Hey y'all, hey, hey y'all, hey, this is Candy K. All day. Trying to get it right for this live stream. Which is why I have to keep going live so that I don't get rusty. I want to wear out in these YouTube streets, not rust out. I want to wear out, not rust out. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. This is Candy K all day. We're doing a quick dinner. Believe it or not, this should be a quick dinner. Believe it or not. I'm endeavoring that this be a quick dinner. Got the eyes already warming up on my electric oven. I've got the oven preheating to 400 degrees and it is ready at 400 degrees. So we're ready to start our sweet potatoes to roasting. And these are two pretty big sweet potatoes. So that means I can eat on them for the rest of the week. So that means this is also a meal prep Monday. Somebody drop that in the chat for me because I forgot to put that in the title. So somebody put hashtag meal prep as one word, meal prep. This is Candy K's Meal Prep Monday, and just because Candy K has not had anything to eat today. I was supposed to be, and these are some of Candy K's parboiled collard greens. And I'm going to be eating on this container for the week. So let's make sure Candy K has a big enough helping. And just got a little bit of seasoned meat in there and some onions. And we're going to just put those on a simmer. And let those finish cooking. So I thought of them because I knew I wanted collard this week. I wanted some collard greens. I took a container of I parboiled them. So that means they're not done intentionally so that I can finish cooking them on the stovetop today without overcooking them. So my collards are there. Those are they. I've already washed these two sweet potatoes, and these are two healthy. That means big. You know, when you were a little girl and you were chubby, they would call you healthy. Oh, she good and healthy. Okay. So my sweet potatoes are good and healthy because they're big. So I will eat these over several days, but I'm going to just roast them. I just love when you roast your sweet potatoes, baby. Just bring something out. Now the one end was bad, so I cut it off. I think I cut off enough of it. One end was bad, so I'm gonna put them in this little foil pan. And is anybody trying to clean up the stove? Some people just put their sweet potatoes straight on the eye. Hey there, welcome in, Claire. Welcome in. This is Candy K all day. Hey there, Simply Debbie Sue. Welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Yes. And then, y'all, for the meat of the matter, for the meat and the protein of the matter. Candy K, y'all, I have not eaten all day. And y'all, because I had to hit it hard. My Monday was one of them type of Mondays. So this is what Candy K buys for like quick fix meals. And this is from our friends at Tyson. And it's supposed to be freshly seasoned garlic butter, beef sirloin steak bites. I have never, ever, ever purchased this before. So I'm trying it to see if it works out for me. Okay, with 23 grams of protein, I'm with it. And y'all, this is 12 ounces of meat, so a little bit less than 1 pound of meat. So it says it's like 3 servings in here. So I guess that's 4 4-ounce servings. I think I have that right. Yeah, 3 4-ounce servings in this package. And they're pre-seasoned, so we'll see how it goes. I'll let you know if I like it or not. Welcome in, real odds and evens. Thank y'all. Everyone is mingling and mixing. Why is the coaster up here? But okay. So I think I'm gonna cut some veggies. And how is your Monday going? So these veggies have been pre-washed, but I might, once I cut them into strips. So I'm gonna add these bell peppers. So I'm not sure if I'm just having steak or if I'm gonna make this like some pepper steak. I guess it all depends on how these veggies cook up. So I reserve the right to change my mind. Depends on how these steak bites, these pre-seasoned steak bites. But this is my idea of quick fix food. I've got a hot skillet with some extra virgin olive oil in it. And she is really hot because I couldn't even smell it. So, ooh. Well, they've got the package really sealed well. That's a good thing. So we've got some sweet potatoes roasting now in the oven. And you cook them to your desired doneness. Got some extra virgin olive oil in the front pan here so that I can add this pre-seasoned meat. It's got a good smell to it. I'll give it that. I have some smaller tongues. I wonder where they are when I need to grab them. Those are big tongues. So I guess any tongues will do. So this is just some pre-seasoned, and it's supposed to be garlic butter. So it smells divine. So we're just gonna cook these and add some peppers and onions to it. This is 12 ounces of pre-seasoned sirloin beef. Certainly nice and pink. Why y'all standing way back there? Why y'all way back there? So unintentionally, I guess I did some intermittent fasting today. Because this is my first meal. And I woke up at, I don't even know. It was my early wake up time, so probably about between 6 and 6:30 a.m. And this is the first food that I'm eating. I really focused on hydration today. It was one of those travel work weeks for me last week, and I never do a really good job of staying hydrated. Let me cut that water off so we're not competing with noise. Thank you all. I appreciate you hitting the like button because it shows engagement, and consequently it will send the stream out to more audiences. So I appreciate that. Okay, I'm trying to let y'all see what we got here. Okay, that might be a pretty angle. I've heard that too, Claire, so I'm gonna try it. So but really what it was, just to be quite honest with you, what it was today is that these veggies have been in the refrigerator while I traveled last week. So I think I'm going to try to flash them into some ice cold water, ice water. Perk them up a little bit. They're getting a little bit limp, if you know what I mean. So it's beyond time to use these. Now, if you remember, I put some of these veggies in the freezer, but these didn't go in the freezer. These were still in the refrigerator. And you know, so I'm going to try to put them in a little bit cold bath and perk them up a little bit. There, some of them are wimpy, if you know what I mean. I need to add some more onions to these. But it's garlic and herbs, so these veggies, so just using them, but they're awfully pretty. Kenny K, please don't cut yourself, girl. Okay. So there we have it. So pretty much we've got roasted sweet potatoes in the oven. Welcome in, Claire. Hey there, Simply Debbie Sue. Y'all can't hear. Let me see. It says that I have sound on. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Thank you, Simply Debbie Sue. Now, I am one for not having the sound where it's supposed to be and or inexplicably putting it on mute. Okay. So I turned the eye down because the pot, my little skillet, y'all know this is my favorite skillet. So this meat is, that's the only piece that has a lot of fat on it. The rest of it looks pretty lean, y'all. So we're gonna cook this to, I really want a good sear on this because I don't want it to overcook. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, my friends, what we're gonna do is do that ice bath that I talked about for these peppers and onions. Let's do that. So let's just plunge these into an ice bath and give them some renewed life. These veggies. Let's try ice bath for our veggies. So that they can perk up. Because these were I'm just perking up these veggies by plunging them into an ice bath. And I'm cleaning as I go. Oh, y'all know what? I forgot our little friend. Our little fall friend. He keeps us in tune with the season. See there? Little ice bath is making our wimpy veggies look better already. Thank you all for the likes. I see a few hearts. Hi there, our friend Kyle is joining us. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really good flavor. Well, I can't say that. I don't know anything about the flavor, but really good smell. So far, so good. So I'm using 2 pairs of tongs. So let me wash these real quick because those were supposed to be the tongs for the greens back here. And they smell yummy too. So I thought some of my meal prepped greens, we're bringing them all back for a quick dinner. Okay, I'm trying. Don't turn off. Let's put this up. Let's get this bad boy to going. Okay, so we have roasted sweet potatoes in the oven, 2 of them roasting. I've got some parboiled collard greens. I think that was last week, beginning of last week, when I had all of those fresh collards. Or, well, I put a little seasoning meat in them and halfway cooked them. Intentionally halfway cooked them, added some onions, garlic powder, onion powder, and seasoning meat to them, and onion, and fresh onion. And this is where we're at. So these have been thawed. I took out some and thawed them. And I'm going to be eating on them for the week because I've been craving greens. I cut up some vegetables that were found in the refrigerator. You know how we find those veggies, we thought we had used them or intended to use them. So I just cut them into strips. We're going to add them to these Tyson steak bites that are pre-seasoned with garlic and butter. Welcome in, low carb queen. Is that Gemini Diva? I see. Welcome, Gemini Diva. So I need some like caramelization or some brownness on these steak bites. Y'all drop in the chat. Let me know how you like your steak. This is sirloin steak. It's 12 ounces of sirloin steak. So that is 3 4-ounce servings. So this is basically what Kendi K calls a quick cook meal. The flavor is good, but let's maybe enhance the situation over here. The flavor is really good, surprisingly, for some pre-seasoned sirloin. So let's add some parsley for color. And we have 2 sweet potatoes roasted in the oven. So this is probably going to be 2 meals at least, because it's supposed to be 3 4-ounce servings. So, and friends, that was some fresh ground black pepper. So drop in the chat. Let me know how you like your steak cooked. Do you like it cooked rare? Do you like it cooked rare, medium, a medium well? Drop in the chat. Let's talk a little bit about steak. And our veggies look sufficient perked up. These veggies had got kind of limp because I had to travel for work at the end of last week. So this is my first meal back. So we'll just let these cook on through. So I just made a little ice bath for them. Perk them back up. Okay. So far, so good. And I plan to eat these with some steak sauce. So y'all, I did a little bit of intermittent fasting. It wasn't intentional, but hey, it wasn't that bad as long as you stay busy. I gotta get all these little pieces of onion out of here because I don't have much onion. And these are some of my parboiled greens. I pulled them out of the freezer, one of my containers. When I did greens, I had fresh collards. These are collard greens. So they're about halfway cooked. And so as I cook them again, now, then they'll be ready, but not overcooked, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Okay. Told you I had work travel the end of last week. So you know I have been doing laundry ever since this morning, and that was the last indicator that the dryer is finished drying. So hey, we did that. Everything is working for my good. So because maybe we'll do some minced garlic, and let's just add a little bit of onion powder to the situation. But y'all, it really had, I just tasted a piece, really had a great flavor. So far so good. This is my first time buying this from Tyson, this pre-cooked. Not pre-cooked, pre-seasoned steak bites. With garlic and butter flavor. I wonder, do we need to add any of Kitty K's Kerrygold garlic and herb butter from Kerrygold? We can do that, can't we? And I have, so we've got greens. We've got some little steak bites with some bell peppers, fresh bell peppers, red and green bell peppers, and onions. So I gotta finish this cooking really fast. Not too bad, y'all. Let me even see if I had any minced garlic. I thought I did. At one point I did minced garlic. Where are you hiding, friend? Ooh, there's a whole bell pepper I haven't even cut. That's why I needed to get rid of. Okay, maybe I need minced garlic, so maybe I need to put that on the list. So we'll add a little garlic powder to it. I bet I had some minced garlic in the jar, but apparently not. Thank you for the hearts. Who's sending Kitty K some hearts? I appreciate y'all. This is Kitty K all day. And I really must get some more curry gold garlic and herb butter. Okay. We can't be wasting this curry gold garlic and herb butter. Hey, Steph. Good. So now, my friends, we are down to, thank you for the hearts. Thank you, friends. Hey, Q. Hey, 60 Plus and Sophie. How are you and Sophie on Monday? Ooh, thank y'all. I appreciate you. This is Candy K all day. I probably need the other device so that I can actually see what y'all are saying. Kyle said he just had dinner. I understand, Kyle. Bird up. Welcome, friends. Bird up. But we're real grown over here now, so you'll disappear. So the seasoning that I put in were fresh ground black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. And some Kerry Gold garlic and herb butter, because this meat was pre-seasoned by Tyson in garlic butter, it said. Welcome in, Monique, and thank you. Hello, Alicia. Hello, my friend. Welcome. Thank you. And I'm not going to mess with the camera because y'all know Kitty K will easily try to do way too much. So I have more collars, y'all. These are the collars I'm just having today. These are the collars I'm just having for today, probably tomorrow. Because really, y'all, we're only supposed to have 4 ounces of this meat. Not the whole 12 ounces. See, that's what I'm talking about. Do y'all see how all of the meat has come off that bone? I couldn't have played that better myself. All the meat has come off that bone from that seasoning meat. And baby, these collards are ready. Do you hear me? I'm going to put a little more water in them so I don't have to worry about them. Ooh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. So from what I tasted so far, this pre-seasoned meat from Tyson costs a little bit more. I think that package was like $7. It was in the meat section of the store, so it was refrigerated. with all of the other packaged meat from the store, but it was already prepackaged from Tyson. Nice and pink. So when I opened it, the vacuum seal package, it had a very aromatic smell to it. So I could smell the garlic butter that it had been marinated in, and super pleased. I added a little bit more because you know I'm extra. You know what would be really good in here if I had some mushrooms, some little baby bellas, some of those little cat mushrooms. Ooh, come on now. Now this might be where you want to go for some fajita meat. Yeah, I think she's where we wanted to be. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off, friends. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that off. She ready. So at this moment, all we are waiting on is our roasted sweet potatoes. But inevitably, I already have a full meal, don't I? Because I have vegetables in the form of collard greens. I have sweet potatoes in the oven roasting. They are not quite done yet. I should have started those while I was getting the stream set up. But I didn't. Thank y'all for joining me. This is a Kendi K all day. Now, friends, I'm going to clean this area off. And I think we're going to go ahead and do the week 1 drawing because you all have been so patient with me. I think we're going to do the week 1 drawing for our Christmas in November blessing boxes. Y'all have to excuse me. It has been just that type of Monday for me. Just that type of Monday. Yes. Welcome in, friends. So we got collard greens. We have steak bites. And I added some fresh onions and red and green bell peppers. Because, y'all, I don't know a time when you don't add onions and bell peppers and it not help whatever you're cooking. Grab the vegetable tongs so that I can just turn our collard greens, baby. Look at those. Ooh, y'all, they smell so good. They smell delicious. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little pepper sauce in those. And pepper sauce is just vinegar with peppers in it. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Kendi K all day. Welcome back. This is what I'm doing for dinner. Let me go back to in the chat because I asked you how you like your steak. But I was busy cooking. So let me see how you all like your steak. Let me feast my eyes and see. So is done. Our steak bites are done. I'm roasting my sweet potatoes on 425 degrees so that they'll cook faster. But can I say this, friends? I missed y'all. I missed y'all so much. Thank you for the hearts. Y'all, we've had Holy Convocation. Check out the Holy Convocation content. I put a beautiful, what I felt like was a really nice looking thumbnail on the playlist so you can catch up on all the Holy Convocation if you are into worship content and if you are a believer. 10 out of 10, Candy K highly recommends the 117th Holy Convocation with live commentary. Candy K was live on location for most of the convocation. And then, y'all, I had work travel at the end of last week, so I was able to visit the King Center for Nonviolent Social Change, Ebenezer Baptist Church. So got some great content coming to you, but some of that has already been posted. So where you been, friend? Where you been? This is Candy K all day. So let me see how you like your steaks. Let me see how my friends like to eat their steak. And these are steak bites. And we've got some collard greens back there. We've got collard greens back there, and we've got sweet potatoes roasting in the oven. So that's where we're at. So, y'all, these steak bites look pretty good to me. They smell amazing. Okay, they got better color now. Yeah, okay. I was a little worried because they were looking a little gray. But, yeah. They look great. They got great color on them. They're good. Hi, Norman. Yeah, don't put any links in my chat, please. Unless it's a link I told you to put in there. Don't put any links in my chat. Kyle, because I don't have a chance to vet them, so we only do that type of stuff for Shop Talk, Kyle. This is Candy K over here being Candy K. I see everyone connecting. Hey, Lexi. Hey there, Mrs. G. Made it to 1,000 subscribers. I know. I wish I had some mushrooms. So I have to do grocery shopping tomorrow. And I know I need washing powder. And I've been buying the powder, y'all. And I think I like the powder now. It just works better in my machine. And it's much more cost affordable than the pods. Even though I have pods just for backup, though. But, yeah. Oh, Normie, am I I making you really hungry now? Well, thank you. I take that as a compliment, my friend. So yeah, this is kind of giving, these steak bites are kind of giving, because you know, y'all, I even feel like maybe you could make this into like fajitas, or you could do like a Philly cheesesteak type of vibe with these little steak bites. And I would even be tempted to add a can of fire roasted tomatoes. And I wonder what that would taste like. Amazing. I know it would. It would taste amazing. And even eat over a little bit of brown rice or riced cauliflower. Like pepper steak, because you know Kitty K loves her some pepper steak. Hey there, Shamika and crew member. Welcome in. Get it together, wellness. Welcome in. This is Kitty K all day. Alicia, thank you. Gemini Diva sent me some hundreds. I appreciate you, Gemini Diva. I love steak because I grew up in the Midwest. So, yes. Pepper steak without the peppers. No, pepper steak without the steak. Y'all, Wanda, her food looks amazing all the time, and she is. Wanda, are you completely meatless? Or are you vegan, dear heart? But she eats a lot of fruits and vegetables, and her food looks amazing. So I think she might be vegan too. I am not. Kenny K loves a protein in the form of meat. I like all proteins. I love beans though, and I'm trying to eat more non-meat proteins in my diet. Okay, so Lexi says she likes her meat medium rare. Yeah. So this is well past medium rare, well past that. It's well past medium, and y'all, this is kind of well. So that's the only thing, is that I let it go too far. But it's okay, because I was over here catching up with my friends. Thank y'all for joining me. This is Kendy K all day. So tell me, as far as steak sauce, are you A1 or Heinz? I'm starting a poll on that. How are the sweet potatoes doing? Good question, Claire. I have the light on in the oven, so I am peeking at them. I want to know how that one that I cut the end off, because it had a little bad spot on it. So I'm wondering how that one's going to do. You know what, y'all? I forgot to poke some holes in it to relieve the pressure. I know I cut that end off of one of them, so that one should be fine. But yeah, they look so good. So far, so good, Claire. Thank you for reminding me, Claire, because you know how Kitty K is. So let me time out Nightbot. It's not on. Because I'm only using, as much as I can, I'm only trying to use Nightbot during Shop Talk because that's a collaboration in Grow Space. Yes. Okay, we've got some friends with strong opinions. Okay. A1 or Heinz 57. As you can see, I won't eat steak sauce unless it is A1. I do not prefer Heinz 57 sauce. I prefer A1. 62% of those on this stream are like me. 25% prefer Heinz. And 12% say they like their steak naked. And I should have added a fourth option, vegan, please. But do you know what's really good? If you like A1 steak sauce like I do, try it on some eggs. Like if you like, sometimes I'll do some fancy eggs. I think the lady out for the Housewives of New York, she used to call it eggs a la francais, which I think is with eggs and onions and maybe even some bell peppers. Eggs a la francais. If you like eggs a la francais, put a little A1 on them, baby. Delicious. Delicious. You can thank me for that later. Y'all know I'm just playing with y'all. Y'all know I am just playing. But thank y'all for joining me. Okay, so I think I appreciate you all joining me. I appreciate you hitting the like button. Okay, so we might as well go ahead and do the drawing. Let me make sure I have it pulled up over here before. Okay, there are the documents I needed. You know, you're looking for things as you're going through your work day and you can't find them. Well, I found them, and then I just had to close them because I want to make sure we have a good bandwidth over here. Okay. Y'all check out these awesome creators and members of Candy K's crew. Heartily Happy, 60 Plus and Sophie. Shamika with her entrepreneurial diary. Shamika's always on the move, y'all. Monique Poe with her beautiful basket making. Gemini Diva 79 is a content creator as well. Get It Together Wellness. Awesome content creators. Norman is with us from India. Welcome, Norman, and crew member. Look at all these crew members. That's what I'm loving that. Lexi, we welcome you to the channel. Welcome, Lexi. Unless that's Lexi Milner. In that case, welcome back. Original Outcast. Welcome, friends, and stay as long as you like. Okay, let me come down out of the Raptors. Welcome, Simply Debbie Sue. Simply Debbie Sue is also a content creator. Love her channel, and she's got a new story out. Check her out. Low Carb Queen is with us. Hey, LCQ. Y'all, I'm working my laptop without a mouse because I don't know if I even ever took the mouse with me on the work trip, but I can't find it now. So yeah, I'll probably buy a new mouse every 2 or 3 months because I break them, I lose them. It's a lot, y'all. Being Candy K is a lot on most days. I'm just saying. Okay, Gemini Diva doesn't care for steak either, so that makes Wanda Gemini Diva. Yeah, well, I still appreciate y'all joining. I mean, well, then let's check it. Since we do have some vegetable-friendly friends here, but I love vegetables too. Y'all, look at these greens. Look at them. Look at my greens, my collard greens with my seasoned meat in them. You see how they wilted down a little bit more? But they are so still. Now, greens are done because they'll change from bright green when you first started cooking them, and they'll get to a dull green like that. Does anybody ever put okra in their greens? baby okra, little young okra. I don't like big, thick okra. To me, it tends to be on the hard side. Lord, thank you for the food. Lord, let it be nourishment for my body. Lord, I just want to say thank you. I want to thank you for all of those who are joining me on this stream today. Lord, food is high, but we know that your power and your might is even higher. You are Lord of everything. And so we say thank you and we lift you up. Praise God. So friends, I think what we're going to do, because Candy K is beyond hungry. So I'm watching everybody else with their weight loss. I did not plan to intermittent fast today. I did not plan to intermittent fast today. Okay, now I want to see if I know how much. This is supposed to be 3-4 ounce servings. So let's up it with a lot of veggies. I'm gonna put these veggies over here. So I'm gonna see if I know how much 4 ounces of meat is. So I'm gonna put it on my digital scale. I'm over here channeling my inner low carb queen. I'm over here channeling my inner low carb queen. Let me see. Look, let me knock some dust off of this little digital scale. She was good and dusty, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Candy K all day. Did I ever buy the other wax paper, y'all? I don't even know that I did. I tell you what I do have. I have some little parchment sheets. I'm gonna cut this parchment sheet. Yeah, this little parchment sheet. It's just the size for the cookie sheet. Where are my kitchen shears? There they go. So let's see if we can set this up here so I don't have to do too much finagling. So this is the digital scale. Can y'all see that? I think you can. This is a digital scale. And here's the parchment sheet or little baking sheet, whatever you call that. Let's see. Kitty K knows what 4 ounces of meat is. I bet you I don't have enough for 4 ounces. I don't have enough on this. So we have our, wait a minute. Oh, his little nose is on there. I'm like, why isn't it zeroed out? Okay, I can get more meat. More meat, please. That's 2.8 ounces. I can add another ounce of meat. Oops. Close enough. That's 4 ounces. Wow. But this doesn't look like 8 ounces in this pan. Okay. I bet you they did the wing with the meat raw. So once it's cooked, it lost some of its volume. Okay. Or maybe they were just telling fibs. Maybe they were just telling fibs. So there is our steak bites with A1 sauce. We'll use these tongs to check our collards. Oh my gosh, y'all, they look amazing. Y'all like collard greens? I'm gonna put these in a little bowl because they're just gonna get juice everywhere. Now that's a lot of fiber and a whole bunch of other good nutrients. It's a little bone from the seasoned meat. Okay, yeah, I think I did that just right. That is just enough collards. Now we're gonna keep letting our sweet potatoes roast in the oven, friends. But as for me and mine, we finna eat. How about that? We're gonna get ready to eat. We are gonna get ready to eat. If you know what I mean. You know what? That would really be good over some eggs. I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can jumpstart my weight loss, because y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I ate my way through that trip. I ate my way through my work travel, and I mean, I enjoyed it because I was in the company of some great humans. And baby, we were just enjoying ourselves, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Yes, 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 yes. Good save, Candy K. Good save, girl. So let's check the poll. Let me see how many people. What your favorite is for dipping sauce with your steak. Okay, let's pay attention so that you don't end up with food all over the floor. So I've got some A1 in here. Let me put it back up so that our little look will be complete. And I already put pepper sauce on the greens. So these are greens from the freezer. So let me just tell you, on a meal prep Monday, we're gonna have more greens. And I cooked the steak bites. It was pre-seasoned meat from Tyson. I got it in the fresh meat section, but it was vacuum sealed from Tyson, pre-seasoned, already pre-cut into these small bites. And they were pretty good size, but they cooked down. And then I added my own fresh onions, bell peppers, and green bell peppers. So Mm. Gemini Diva, did you give me some more? A floating heart? Thank you, Gemini Diva. Okay, I left the. Yeah, I tell you one thing. The hardest thing about me and YouTube, as far as my cooking on YouTube, is that I do not like eating on camera. So, y'all forgive me for being over here to the side. I'm going to try not to look at these little drips down here. Maybe I'll use the plate to cover them up. Oh my goodness, Low Carb Queen. Yeah, let's celebrate. Celebrate. Drop some hearts for Low Carb Queen, if you will. She is celebrating 2 months as a member of Kenny K's crew. Thank you, Low Carb Queen. Oh my gosh. Now, I saw that, I think that was Kyle that mentioned white pepper. Some white pepper on these greens really would be good. If you've not tried using white pepper, it has a totally different flavor than black pepper. Harjareen Annette hasn't been a member of Kenny K's crew for 2 months. Thank y'all. Y'all better go ahead and shout out with y'all, with your Kenny K's crew member badges. Mmm. Baby, these greens, these collard greens, they ready. Thank you, Jesus. Mm-hmm. Now, if you haven't experimented, I don't have any white pepper, but I'm going to put it on the grocery list. Mmm. Now, I also put a little bit of this pepper sauce, which is vinegar and peppers in it, marinating in the vinegar. Baby. So, like, really, I could take the lid off of this and just add some more white vinegar in there. And this would just be goodness again. Okay. Speaking of heat, do y'all know, first of all, when I flew in last night, I was like, when did it get cold like this? Y'all, it was so cold. Woo! Heartily happy. Heartily happy. I'm trying to eat it healthy. Heartily happy said, Kenny K, you didn't do that right. You need some cornbread, okra, and pepper sauce. I got the pepper sauce now. I already put the pepper sauce in the green. Y'all, these greens so good. Come on, collards. Collards be hitting different. Some people don't like collards, though. Welcome, Kathleen. Kathleen, I'm over here grubbing. I didn't even worry about waiting on the roasted sweet potatoes. We'll eat them tomorrow. Actually, because it's 2 big ones, so I'll be eating those for the rest of the. So it's the Meal Prep Monday, y'all. Cook what you can on Monday, and quickly finish it off for meals throughout the week. Is what my belief. Well, first of all, it is for sure for real. I will definitely be buying this Tyson, the flavor that I got. They had several different flavors, but I got garlic butter flavor. I will definitely purchase it again because it is real meat. And I would definitely use this to make like Philly cheesesteak, to make steak fajitas. Y'all, I added my own onions and bell peppers. That's really good. And I had, what, 4 ounces of meat. And what do you think this is? What, a cup? That's probably a cup of greens. Cup of collard greens. Y'all, this is delicious. Thank you, Jesus, for the food. You didn't start eating collard greens until you were grown. So you just like turnips and mustards? I like turnips and mustards mixed together. 25 or 30 years old. Now I used to prefer turnips and mustard greens over collards, but now collards, I just like collards too. Mm-hmm. A little bone in that seasoning meat. Oh, you didn't eat any greens. Y'all, these greens are good. So that means I have greens ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And if I eat them sparingly now, I'll have some for New Year's. I am super, super pleased. So I will add this to the grocery order. Okay. Y'all keep telling me about mixing these cabbage with my collard greens. Kathleen, welcome, friend. Okay, 42% say that they like A1 sauce, like me. That's what I'm having. This little steak is good. So, y'all, is our federal government still on a shutdown? Because, baby, let me tell you, it was real dicey for me to make it home last night on by air. It was real dicey. Like, Delta literally sent me an email, and I think I'll read that email to you all. Saying that they had been mandated by the federal government to reduce air traffic, and they must comply because, as you know, during the federal shutdown, our air traffic controllers and our TSA are working without pay. So are we still in a federal shutdown? If you know anything, drop it in the chat. Let me know. Okay. Yeah, y'all, Atlanta airport. I flew through Atlanta last night. Y'all, there were so many people in that airport. So many flights delayed. So many flights delayed. Because now Atlanta is the largest airport in the world in terms of air traffic and in terms of number of flights. So if your daughter didn't feel it, I'm telling you, I saw it. I saw it at Atlanta airport. They kept changing my gate. It was crazy. Heartily happy. Heartily happy. You ain't telling me nothing I don't already know, dear heart. I thought about a lot of things in that airport yesterday. And, you know, a shout out to this one pastor, y'all, from my childhood. He did a sermon one day, and this was the title of his sermon. I don't remember his text. I don't remember what verse he came from the Bible, but I do remember that title because it was epic. He said, a mule ain't no fool, so don't you be one. So with that being said, Mrs. G, your favorite auntie, she said I need to stay out of them airplanes, and I'm leaning into that. I am leaning into that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Y'all see I'm over here cleaning my plate? Thank God for those greens. I need that fiber and I need that roughage. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink. Yes. Yeah, I'm on stage, y'all. I don't like to fly, but I have to fly for work. But one thing we know for sure, 95% of the time anyway, my work is remote. So we're going to lean into that part of it. Mrs. G, my mama said the same thing that you said, dear heart. She said you need to get somewhere and sat down. And I said, yes, ma'am. You sure right. I said, yes, ma'am. I think I still am then unclear on what I wanted to do for Thanksgiving, but it'll work itself out. Yes. Me and my sister, every few years or so, one of us bring that up about that pastor. I unfortunately I don't remember what verse in the Bible he used as his text, but the title of his sermon was "A Mule Ain't No Fool, So Don't You Be One." And Mrs. G, I'm trying not to be in any airplanes at this moment. That was it. Mama said, sat down somewhere. Sat down. Mm-hmm. And she sure right. She sure is right. Y'all see me over here trying to save up my steak bites? Y'all, can you imagine that with some provolone cheese on it? Shoot. I'm gonna buy some more packages of that. Because first of all, it is more than enough for several helpings. If you eat the recommended 4-ounce servings. And if you need more protein than that, I wish I had some of baby Bella mushrooms to add to that. Hey, Gina. Or is that Gemini Diva? Thank y'all for joining me. I did miss y'all. I did. I was like, where my people at? I sure did. So I was in Atlanta yesterday. Went to church in Atlanta yesterday. Oh goodness, I did talk to Lala, America's High Vibe coach, and I talked to Slim Jim Longfoot. They both live in the Atlanta metro area. But y'all, it was a work day. It was a work situation, so it was a different vibe, and I just. It was work mode, so it was go mode. It was go mode. Y'all know how that is. So I wanted to see, so we went to Ebenezer Baptist Church. That is the church that Dr. King was pastor of. That's the historic church. Ebenezer Baptist Church is the mother church. And then across now from it, directly across the street from it, they built the new edifice, also named Ebenezer Baptist Church. But the mother church still stands. And Congressman Warnock is the pastor of the new Ebenezer Baptist Church. And but he was, of course, in Washington trying to help our situations with our federal government and the government shutdown. And they had an important vote. But y'all don't seem to want to tell me how the vote went, so I'm scared to look. So y'all, we are now in week 2 of Candy K's Christmas in November blessing box. I still have to pull for the week 1. Week 1 is over, so you can't do entries on week 1, but you can enter on week 2. Okay? So, let's make this the... So I guess I just... Let me do them both at the same time to save... yeah. So, we'll hold the winner. I didn't pull the winner for week 1. And I don't have all my slips ready to do it with, because I did think of a way to do it. So we'll do that same way for the week 1 box and the week 2 box, and we'll pull them at the end of the week. But since it's Monday and it's a meal prep Monday, Kenny K has finished. Y'all, Kenny K ate her food, baby. I ate my food. I don't know if that's good or bad on a weight loss journey. But yeah, I was up some pounds. I got on that scale today. I thank God for accountability. I did get on the scale today. And just as I suspected, I am up, but it's a respectable up for all of the dinners I had to eat and facilitate and, you know, host on the work trip. So it is what it is. So for week 2, Veterans Day. We'll make week 2 since tomorrow is Veterans Day. So let's stop that poll. Most people prefer A1 sauce. Okay? So let's start a new poll. Here it is. Tomorrow's Veterans Day, so salute to those who have served in the nation's military. Active duty, retired, enlisted, officers, or other. If you have served our country in times of war, if you've been deployed, anybody, if you answered the call, man, woman, thank you for your service. That's what we do for Veterans Day, is we honor those who served, and I'm also honoring educators at the same time. How about that? But this is the day set aside to honor. Tomorrow is the day for those who served, so that's why all of our federal buildings will be closed, but most of them were closed anyway because of the federal government shutdown. The U.S. Postal Service closed due to the Veterans Day tomorrow. Always on the second Tuesday in November. Veterans Day. So y'all, is it veterans with apostrophe S or not? Don't look. Queen, give us a Bible verse. Hardly Happy. Tell us where we can find that Bible story. So, Veterans Day is tomorrow. Remember that our flags are at half staff because of Cheney's passing. Vice President Dick Cheney has passed. And so our flags were ordered at half staff in all federal, state, and local offices in the country. Oh, well, honey, you had more than I did. Bless you. Bless you. You know I didn't mean anything by that. And 75% of us, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. 25% say it's Veterans Day with apostrophe S. And 75% say Veterans with just an S, no apostrophe. Which one is it? Oh, it's in the book of Numbers, okay, from the Bible. I remember the story, but I don't even know how to say the donkey's prophet. I don't know the B word. But I do remember a donkey. A talking donkey from the Bible. But you're telling us it's in the book of Numbers. Okay. Where is Pastor Kim at when we need her? Balaam. Okay, thank you for the pronunciation. That's why I didn't read it. Hardly Happy, Mrs. G. No tea, no shade, but I couldn't pronounce it. Yes, thank you, friend. You are our favorite auntie, Mrs. G. So, yo, as we salute the nation's veterans tomorrow and salute them for their service. And y'all, I don't know about you, but I've been noticing so many of our nation's young people are opting to go into and enlist in the military. All branches of the military, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps. And y'all, I have always applauded them for doing so. My two brothers are veterans. Both of them held careers in the Army. Shout out to Army of One. But y'all, last week I just started praying. The Lord just dropped that on my heart to just pray for our young people. Some who have just gone to boot camp. Some who have just graduated from boot camp. Some who are planning still to enlist. Never has it been so dangerous. There's so much uncertainty for our young people and our government and those who serve in our nation's military. Lord help us. Lord help us. So with that being said, week 2, Christmas in November, here is your question. We're going to try this one a different way, but I'll pull 2 winners, okay? We're going to keep them separate. So I'll do the week 1. You may no longer submit submissions and eligibility for the week 1 blessing box, but this is for the week 2 blessing box. All you have to do following this live stream is drop down in the chat. After this live stream is drop down in the chat and salute, say something positive about the nation's military, and I hope that you shout out someone in your life as a veteran that you know. It could be a coworker, it could be a family member. Just shout them out by their first name so that we can keep everyone's privacy in check. But tell us about someone who served, past or present, if they're no longer with us, and share what branch of the military. Just share something. We want to honor veterans starting today. And I know I put out a short today as a prelude to Veterans Day. Do you know that someone was just talking about that? How can we live in one of the richest nations, if not the richest nation in the world, and have those who have given the ultimate sacrifice by enlisting in our armed forces, and yet when they return home or when they end their military careers, they can't count on those health benefits. They can't count on the mental health that many are in need of for those who have served active duty in times of war and have been gone through some of the world's deployments during war times. Yes, yes, and yes. Yeah, these are true thoughts. So thank you, Q. Q says her brother-in-law was a retired Air Force officer. And your sister's birthday is tomorrow, Veterans Day birthday. Happy birthday, sister. Q, sister. Okay, one call tomorrow. Yeah. It is. It is both sad and disgraceful. Yes. It is sad and disgraceful. Okay, Hershireen, I'm not. That's new information for me. So we salute your husband for his service. Okay, Q. Well, thank you for sharing brother-in-law with us. He's no longer with us physically, but we still honor him on Veterans Day. Absolutely. As I stated, both of my brothers were Army. Shout out to Army of One. I know exactly what you mean, Q. I'm so glad that my brothers are no longer. They're both retired. They are both retired, and I'm so glad. So your week 2 blessing box entry for week 2 of Kitty K's Christmas in November blessing boxes. The week 2 entry is that please return to this stream and shout out someone that you know you love, a worker, a co-worker, a friend, a family member, a neighbor, anyone. Just salute to the military, salute to someone, and drop those things in the chat, and that will serve as your entry. Know that crew members, you have automatic entry, but if you'd like the bonus entry, then you can drop that salute to our military and those who served in the chat. Then you'll have a bonus entry. James Allen. James, I'm not going to eat the rest of the food now because Candy Cake is stuffed. But welcome, James. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Back it up. Y'all. Claire. Thank you, Claire. Claire is like, Candy K, are you checking on your... Now, I forgot to pierce sweet potatoes. So the one sweet potato. Okay. Where are my little thingies? I gotta back y'all up a little bit so I can get the sweet potatoes out of the oven. Ooh, perfect. Look. She ready. You know this one's done because I cut the end off of that one. Sweet potatoes are done. Oh, who gave me that big old pretty dog? Who gave me that big old pretty dog? Ashley! She's gorgeous! Ashley, you made me go all the way in the rafters. Ashley, I'm so glad I looked and saw that big old beautiful dog. I wish I could have captured her. Ashley, thank you, dear heart. Ashley, 2006, you're amazing. Thank y'all. Ashley. You know, we've got a poll going. Is it Veterans Day with an apostrophe or Veterans Day with just the S? No apostrophe. Okay, let me turn off my light so that we have our light in the future. Okay, why won't it do it? Okay, cancel. Cooking has ended, off, and the light is off. Okay, good. And the stove is off now. Ashley sent me some hundreds and a flower. Thank you, Ashley. Ashley. We're gonna name this stream in honor. This stream is sponsored by Ashley 2006. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Gemini Diva. Also sent us quite a few jewels today. But Ashley, that beautiful dog. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He was gorgeous, Ashley. Thank you so much, friend. Ashley sent me a makeup brush. Love, Ashley. Ashley, I gotta catch some of these. Oh, okay, I'm back. Ashley, thank you, honey. Thank you, kind human, whoever you are and wherever you are, Ashley. Thank you for all the joy you are putting out in the world. For Kendi K, thank you for the enthusiasm. Thank you, friend. Yeah. So these are our roasted sweet potatoes. I told you they were big, so I can eat on those several times too. I'm gonna put a little butter on those, a little cinnamon. Ashley 2006, thank you. Gemini Diva, thank you for the floating heart. Thank you for the makeup brushes, Ashley. And for that beautiful big old dog, y'all. He's a hound. They call him a hound. He took up the whole screen. Did y'all see him? Oh my gosh. I glimpsed him. Oh my goodness. Ashley, that was so super sweet of you. Thank you, friend. Thank you for the flowers. For the makeup brush. Thank you. You have a great day too, dear. Kathleen's Place. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, friend. Welcome. Claire says, what store did I buy the steak at? The steak bites at Kroger. And so it's Kroger like in the South. On the West Coast, it is Fred Meyer. It's the same thing as Kroger. In the Midwest, it is Baker's. Isn't that funny how it's regional and they name them different store names? But then you go in the store and they all have Kroger labels. That part. I don't know why that is, but it is what it is. I guess because everything is corporations now. Low carb queen! I just got a very big old dog. A great big hound. Which makes me think of my daddy because my daddy always had hunting dogs. And he loved the beagle. I'm sorry, Q, did you get your Hawaii gift box I sent you? Because you won in the October crew member prize wheel and you got a Hawaii themed gift box because Candy K just came back from Hawaii celebrating her 50th birthday in October. So hopefully you've received that. And if you haven't received it yet, well, you probably won't go. You're not going to get it tomorrow because tomorrow is the federal holiday, Veterans Day. I want to thank all the crew members, and that's crew with a K on this stream. If you're interested in becoming a member of Candy K's crew, go ahead and hit that join button and get all the details. Oh, okay. Thank you, Heartily Happy. I love that collaboration. Thank you. I know Mrs. Paula. I celebrated Mrs. Paula because Mrs. Paula had an October birthday. Hey, right? So I already celebrated Mrs. Paula too. And then I saw Brit Family Fun. She had I popped over in her live stream and she shared as well. Y'all, thank you for the hearts. Blessings to everyone. Blessings upon blessings to everyone. Look at all of these crew members in this stream. Now, I think we're at the largest number of crew members ever so far. So I appreciate every one of you. And y'all, if you do nothing but continue to watch, that is the most important thing. Just keep watching, keep rocking and riding with me in these YouTube streets. But y'all, it's Christmas in November. Candy K wants to thank you and show her appreciation for you as the viewers, as the members of the subscribers of Candy K's crew. So keep watching, keep writing, and if you want to be a part of the week 2 Christmas in November blessing box, if you want to enter in that drawing for week 2, go ahead. After this stream ends, drop down in the chat and chat it up and tell us, salute someone in our nation's military, past or present, retired or active duty, anyone who has served. And if you don't know anyone personally, just write a positive comment in support of our nation's military. Heartily Happy is enjoying her custom emojis. I love that. Yes, yes, yes. Heartily Happy. Yes. So this is, again, let me share what I'm going to do because Kenny K is just a little tired, y'all. I mean, I had to work. You know, even when you're on a work trip, once you get back to office at home, for me, it was just one of those days. So, I will do both drawings, okay? So the week 1 folks will stay in the week 1 pot. And then if you want to be a part of the week 2 drawing, go ahead and get in that pot as well. And many of you have already done your submission. I see them now. And I appreciate you all so much, so very much for your entries. And I'll invite others. And let's cut this drawing off on... Let's do it through Wednesday of this week. So hopefully we will get lots more entries. So if you have already saluted someone and told us about someone that you know who is a veteran and someone who is worthy of honor and who has served our country in the nation's military forces, you can enter here, and then once the stream ends, it will be open for folks to drop down in the comments too. So that's done and done. I want to thank Ashley, your 2006 Gemini Diva. I hope I didn't miss anyone else. Thank you, friends. Thank you. So before we go, though, let's talk about this, friends. Before we go, the question was, is it Veterans Day with an apostrophe S or Veterans Day with no apostrophe? And friends, I looked it up. It is Veterans Day with no apostrophe because it's not ownership. The apostrophe is only to show ownership. So we're not showing ownership here. We're talking about all of the nation's military, those who served our country. Those who serve our country by being a member of our nation's military forces. Those are our veterans, and it's plural, just with an S, no apostrophe. So there's no possession here. We're not showing ownership of anything. We're just honoring all of those who served in our nation's militaries. Thank y'all for rocking and riding with me in these YouTube streets. Thank you for joining me. Oh, maybe I should show you how I fix the sweet potatoes. So let's let those cool down. Might as well just show you how I do those. It is. It's veterans without the apostrophe. You only use the apostrophe if you are trying to show ownership. So we're going to do some roasted sweet potatoes here for meal prep. Let me get some bowls out and clean up my mess here. Let this stuff cool down for sure. And we can just keep on chit-chatting. So entries are closed. I'm gonna put the rest of this meat here. So all this meat has to be done is warmed up. And I could eat it just like this, but knowing Candy K. I'll come back and do a little something different with it. What failed? Make sure that's not hot. Get these pans out of the way. Try to keep things relatively tidy. Oven's off. I'm going to show y'all how I fix my roasted sweet potatoes. Thank you, Mrs. G. Y'all have a great evening. I appreciate you all coming through and joining me. Yeah, once the sweet potatoes are done, they peel so easy. And to me, when you roast them, it just pulls out that natural juice in them. Y'all, these bad boys are a little hot too. Yeah, These bad boys are a little hot. My daddy loved roasted sweet potatoes. See how easy they just come out? The flesh just comes out. Y'all, we better start making some Thanksgiving plans, don't y'all think? I think we better. Yes. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. This is Candy K all day. So, friends, I'm going to put some butter on this situation. Should have had the butter sitting out so it could get soft. But that's too much like right. Welcome in, friends. Welcome. This is Candy K all day. We'll add some cinnamon. Looking to see if I have some brown sugar. Looking to see if I have some brown sugar. I do have some. This package hasn't been opened up. Oh, here's some. I have a little bit. Welcome in, friends. Welcome in. This is Candy K all day. So, y'all, I'm going to add some light brown sugar. But if I had some dark brown sugar, I'd add that instead. Same. Only thing difference is the color. And certainly if you don't have any brown sugar in the house, just use a little bit of real sugar. And some people just put cinnamon and butter on their sweet potatoes. But you know I'm extra. Because remember, I ate a whole bunch of roughage. And yeah, I'm just going to add a little bit of cinnamon. If you want, you can add a dab of nutmeg. A dab. How does that look, y'all? How's that? Oh my God. Delicious. That's how it is, y'all. It's delicious. But I'm going to leave those just like that, y'all, because... Well, thank you, Local Queen, for still being around here. Everyone. Appreciate everyone. So that is... Y'all, this is Meal Prep Mondays. Kenny K is getting it done. Those are good. Y'all, look at my sweet potatoes. Look at my roasted sweet potatoes that I added butter to, a little bit of cinnamon, and some light brown sugar too. And these are my steak bites. This is a quick cook meal. My steak bites with onions, red bell peppers, and green bell peppers. They were delicious. So I certainly have another meal or two out of these, because these are sweet, y'all, so you don't want to eat. This is definitely not. It's several servings of sweet potatoes. And y'all, these are going straight in the refrigerator. Once I leave them on the stove and let them completely cool down to room temperature. Yeah, I know what you mean, multitasking. Yes, absolutely, friend, absolutely. So I'm gonna put a lid on it. I'm gonna put these things away, and we're gonna... We're gonna clean the kitchen up. That's what we're gonna do. Probably should take the lid off of that so y'all can see what Kenny K did for dinner today. How's that? That's a little better. Okay. Okay. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning. See, one thing about it, I can put that whole full pan straight in the trash. Amen. Amen. Let me move my laptop over here so I can see what y'all over here saying. Make sure nobody's over here cutting up. Thank y'all for staying on the stream with me. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Gemini Diva, for the thumbs up. Yes, I took the 2 sweet potatoes. They're pretty good sized sweet potatoes. But see, I'm glad you said that, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Because in times like this, when food is so high, that's how you can stretch it. That's how you can stretch that food. Is everybody doesn't need a whole steak to themselves. You can cut that 1 or 2 steaks up for the whole family by cutting that steak meat into strips. They really only need 3 or 4 ounces. And I took those 2 very healthy sized sweet potatoes. And you know, if I roast them, and y'all, this is how I like mine roasted. If you don't want them to be as mushy as mine were, like this is almost like a sweet potato mash, like mashed sweet potatoes. If you don't want yours like that, then just don't let them bake as long. Don't roast them as long. To each his own. But that really will help you to stretch your food, right? Because everybody doesn't eat their own sweet potato. Two can feed everybody because it's sweet. Because I put a little brown sugar in there, so you don't need all that starch. Certainly, sweet potatoes are a much easier starch than regular white potatoes, but still a starch. So everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. Okay, so I did intermittent fasting, impromptu. It wasn't planned, so it wasn't impromptu. Or was it impromptu? Yes, because I didn't plan it. So my dinner was my first meal of the day. So we'll see how it goes tomorrow. I'll tell you what I did today too. I did all the laundry from travel. And then I also I set my alarm and I did a power clean of my house. Just get things back in order. So that helped to break up my day. But I had a very productive Monday. I thank God for that. Thank God I was able to sleep in my own bed last night. Thank you, Claire, for mentioning that. It's very important to let your food, don't put hot food in the refrigerator or the freezer, ever. It should be cool. Or else you're just creating breeding ground for bacteria and food poisoning. So don't do that. I'm over here washing the dishes, y'all, so. But guess what? We're almost done. I have on my dishwashing gloves, y'all. Got on my dishwashing gloves. Okay, I need a longer top for that container. Is that it? No, that's not it. It did. It feels good to have a very productive day. And Lord knows I needed a productive day. If I can have another day like tomorrow, that'd be a great start on the week. We'll get low carb queen next. She does her nightly workout. Self-imposed 30-day challenge. I love that. Yeah, that little 4 ounces of steak, I can feel that in my belly, sitting heavy. So I might need to be up doing a little workout with low carb. But one thing I can promise you, I'm not gonna record mine. So I don't like eating on camera and I don't like working out on camera, but I have done both, so you gotta watch my content and you can see. Appreciate all of those. If you're still watching, thank you. Special thank you to my replay viewers. And y'all, so correct me, make sure that this is what I said previously. To be entered in the week 2 Christmas in November drawing. The deadline for entry for week 2 will be midnight, 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday. 11:59 p.m. on Wednesday. Eastern Standard Time. And how do you enter for the week 2 drawing on Christmas in November? You do not have to be a member of Kendi's Caves Crew. crew members get an automatic entry, and they can get a bonus entry if they. This is how you enter for the week 2 drawing. You must be a member of Cindy K's crew. You must drop a comment, and that comment must be saluting someone in your life or all veterans. Say something positive about Veterans Day, saluting someone that you know who is a veteran, past or present. This Veterans Day, more than ever before, should be meaningful to all of us. Who knew that our country would ever be in this place? Let's clean up my sink here a little bit.